Hello, everybody. It's me, Sugar Song, as always, and welcome to Animal Crossing New Horizons. Today, we are going to be doing and tackling the yellow section and the blue section. Obviously, I have not done the houses in this area. Also, I do not know what happened to the footage of the rest of the orange section. So you're just gonna have to sit back and wait to see that, probably at the very end. But you can kind of see it in the background for some of the other videos. I honestly have no idea what happened to that footage. I think it might have been in the pink area. I'm not entirely sure, but it's just gone. So it was just really relatively the kind of the same concept I'm doing here by Sheldon's house. It's kind of like a farming areas that I decided to put in here. In this area in particular, I'm going to be doing the yellow pumpkins and the wheat and the potatoes, and I have a cool idea for those sunflower hats that we have for the springtime. Also, it just happened to be raining today while I was doing everything. Later on, it does like lightning and everything too, so it's kind of cool for like doing the yellow area and that thing. And for this like particular pod of land that I'm working on, obviously I wanted to put some like, little bits and bobbles behind everything, and then also on top of it like fencing and just tons of stuff. You'll see that throughout the whole video. And as always, I had to put my little flower patches beside the trees. I just do that because like it's easier to get the items, and I just want this to seem like it's a functioning island as well, even if I'm not keeping it for very long. I just wanted it to kind of give that feel like somebody lives here type situation, like what you would normally do for a regular island. But obviously, after everything is said and done, I will be taking down everything, re-leveling a lot of areas, or just working with what I have. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. I know exactly what I'm doing for the next idea, which is going to be kind of like a winter type of theme. I was trying to make this more like a crescent moon, by the way, for the waterscaping here, but I end up going with whatever that shape is. I don't know. It's like a jelly bean in a way. It's supposed to be a crescent moon, but I didn't really like care. I was just like, whatever, it's fine. You know what I mean? But yeah, so like this area, I wanted to do a cropland, but not as straight as the one that was down below that is in the orange area that you'll kind of see here and there. For this one, I kind of just wanted to make it very mismatchy type thing. And then, of course, up here by the flowers, each and every spot will be covered with something, more than likely potatoes. And then later on, when I come through again, I will obviously pick some of the potatoes and some of the other items, just so that way it's not so like, perfect is the best way to describe it. But I only brought a certain amount with me, so I didn't want to use so much. And you'll see that throughout the video. I do take out certain things just so that way it's not, whatever. Also, like I did in the orange area, which you'll kind of see here and there, like I said before, I made these jack-o'-lanterns that I just turned around, and they are on, but you won't notice them when we go through the actual like the island tour, which I have decided when I'm going to make it in, basically what time period it's going to be pretty much in. It's going to be in the time period that is in right now, which is in June, the month where you go to Cyrus and Reese's like wedding photo stuff. It's during that time period. The reason why I did that time period is because there's 3 of the bushes that are active during this time period, and that's what made me ultimately decide. So I hope that you understand why I decided to go with the time period that I ultimately did save this game in. Right now, currently, it is saved I will be posting it today for people that are part of the Discord, but everybody else that is not part of that Discord, you'll just have to wait for it to fully come out. When I post it at the very end. So if you want to get a sneak preview for it, just let me know if you want to be part of the Discord. The Discord is not very lively. I will let you know that right now. I just post when I'm gonna be doing live streams and when I'm gonna be doing like special events type things, or if I'm like not posting for a little while, like I did just recently, where I just kind of went on leave for a little bit. I was moving and things like that, so obviously there was no time to really post, and I also had to take some time off just because I needed to recenter myself because I got really depressed again out of nowhere. That happens every once in a while. Ever since stuff has happened to me, I just go into like this like little mini depression and I just can't really function. So I just kind of like go with the swing of things of like work and stuff like that. Plus, I was also moving out of my parents' house for the very first time. And living alone basically. So that was really hard on me, and I think that was kind of taking a toll on me mentally without really realizing it. So that's kind of part of the reason why I just kind of didn't post for a little while, because I was in the motions of moving, and also the fact that I just kind of needed to take a little break on top of everything else that was going on. So I hope you guys don't mind me just like doing these type of recordings, because it is a little bit more like I can just play the game when I have time type situation. Excuse me. And that's probably what's going to happen with the December stuff. It's going to be like this, where I do a voiceover type thing and it's sped up, because Animal Crossing is one of those games where it really can't be live streamed, and the tour is also not going to be live streamed anymore. But I am planning on possibly doing a live stream very soon. So that's another good reason to be part of the Discord. I will be putting it down in the description for all of you to have a link down there for it. And it is my personal Discord. It's the only one I have, and you'll know it's me because I go by Sugar Song on there too, and I always change my stupid avatar all the time. But like, I'm on there and I talk a lot. Like in the breaking news area, is the only place I can chat, and so it will let you know like links to certain things and time schedules and things like that, so no one else can mess with that little particular area of the Discord. So it's kind of just that kind of thing, and you guys are more than welcome to join. Like I said, it's not super like active, but you know, people are there, just be there. We do post random stuff, so be prepared for that. Everything's safe for work, obviously, and we do cater to, you know, people that are of all ages. Literally, there's nothing really in there that's too terribly bad, I would say. Nothing really, anything that parents should be scared about. Obviously, my channel is more along those lines anyways. Like, I say the occasional, like, you know, curse, or like say what the flip and stuff like that. I try to limit myself to be more of that type of person, and that's just who I am anyways. My mother doesn't like me cursing, and I frankly have been trying to do better without the cursing as bad. I used to curse a lot more than I used that than I do now. But I've been trying to make it a lot better for all of you guys, and like do those like soft like words instead, like what, like fudge and like flip and oh crap. And you know, I honestly don't think shit is really a curse word, to be honestly. um Obviously the big ones are the ones that are not going to be said as often. Leon, when he's on, I obviously apologize for him, but and any video games that have it in there, I can't control the video games, but I can control what I say if I can actually talk today. So I've been talking a lot today again. I always do, but I need to take a drink. this is kind of what it's going for. This type of vibe up in here by Sheldon's house. Obviously, we're going with our little path here, and then our fences that are yellowish. They're the standard fences that we started off with, the little picket fences. I thought those were cute. Um, I'm changing into my blue outfit because I'm going to grab some blue items. And I just cut out most of that of me actually grabbing the items for time, but I'm going to show you what I'm going to be crafting here. Obviously Nova Lights. My friend helped me out by getting some more star fragments just for this area later on, and the other areas as well. And I was stood there for a second because I was trying to do something. Yeah, I was trying to contemplate my life at that point. Just joking. But yeah, so we're going to go over to the blue section. Of course, each section has a boulder, these glowing boulders that I changed to the color that it is. The only section that doesn't have this is going to be obviously the black section and the purple section. Because, well, no, wait, the black section gets one. The purple section's the only one that doesn't have a glowing boulder, I don't think. Because I don't think there's a purple boulder. I'm not entirely sure. I don't think there's any glowing moss stuff besides that, like, glowing, like, little, puddle that, can be purple. So the idea for this area is these little dudes that we get all the time from, like, washing up to shore and stuff like that. I obviously have like a crap ton of these guys. I'm sure you guys do too by this point, but they're just like these little dudes that you can like collect basically in all different colors. And obviously for this little section, I'm throwing them everywhere, and they are just little dolls, and I love them so much. I don't know what it is about these guys I like, but you know, I'm like Brewster. I collect them. I keep collecting them. But the reason why they're outside of this area in particular is what I decided to do with what's his name again? Oh, my mind just drew a blank. It's the goat guy up here. Why is my mind drawing a blank of what his name is right now? Oh no, the internet's gonna come at me. Oh, it's the blue goat. Oh no. Oh, hold on. I gotta go look it up. Give me a sec. Okay, I looked it up. It's Sherb. My brain was being so stupid. Anyways, outside of Sherb's house here, we're doing these little guys because there's a reason for it. There's going to be some more of them inside, and you'll understand why later, why there's so many of them outside. It's kind of like they're waiting their turn, but like they're distracted because of the fact that they can't just stay in one spot. And I think they're just super cute. So I didn't know what else to do really with them, and I kind of want to use them a little bit here and there. And obviously, you know, I didn't actually color change any of these guys either. They just happened to be in blue, and so I was using the ones that I had in blue. And then there's this one that was yellow and blue, so I kind of like put it in the crossroads of yellow and blue too. Sorry, I need to take a drink again. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. I had a tickle in my throat, but you guys are watching me put things down anyways. So, I just kind of scattered them all over the place, put my little pretties down, and then I also, like, went around putting down fences, and I was just placing down, places that I thought that needed them, and I was gonna put 2 here, and then, later on, I do change my mind on that. I bring up the little partition that's down below and then move back the yellow, like hedging a little bit up farther, so then that way it looks nicer. Also, I do take the waterway down here too later on. I didn't like how it looked, and so I bring up the water towards the actual like side of the path I already have laid out. A lot of times, if you don't know what to do, just waterscape. That's what I tell myself. Also, I am placing them down here too, trying to make this area look nice, because I know you're going to be able to see it from up top, even though you won't be able to come down here during the dream address, because what I'm planning on doing during the dream address is having this place kind of closed up with a fence. So that's kind of the reason why I take this like little partition and put it up top is because of the fact that I needed to use that up there instead, and I kind of liked it better up there. It made more sense up there, and I also needed more fencing, and I didn't want to make more, so that's kind of the other reason why. So here we are going into that waterscaping. I'm just kind of following the path. Some of the path does stay. I just kind of rounded that out a little bit more, and or not the path, but like rounded that little portion out more, so that way it would be able to still hold that flag that I had there for the blue area from the festival stuff. And I am planning on using a lot of festival stuff for the winter theme type thing. I'm planning on doing a lot of cool stuff that I found on Pinterest here and there, and then just kind of twisting it to my own idea, and kind of like decorating in certain aspects. So you'll see that when we cross that bridge. But I already have so many ideas for the next island that I cannot wait for it to come out for all of you guys. So I'm excited for it. So I'm just placing down some more blue flowers right there, just kind of like in that crosshair section. And then this is where I had the idea of let's just move those partitions up there. And we'll move these right here on the very back wall. And then we'll put some more yellow flowers right here, right in front of it. And possibly put some of our like actual pretty stuff on the ground here. So I didn't have to place so many yellow flowers. I took out some of the other fencing up here, and I was like, okay, I need at least 3, so that's kind of why I did that. And I'll move the things around now. And I'm just placing the rest of these blue flowers all over the place, just trying to fit them in wherever they fit in, pretty much. But I also wanted to put my in-game flowers as well, so it makes sense why they were there. And I was thinking about putting that one down here, but then I left that open. I was like, okay, let's grab these 2 at least, and then I'll have one left. And then we'll just slap this here instead. And so that way that yellow and blue one is right beside that. And then I just closed it up. And then I had to reopen it up too later on to get my star fragments I got from my friend's island, my sister's island actually. And I was just trying to figure out, do I want to put this like fence somewhere? I was like, yeah, I do. I want to put it back here. So I put it back here so that way it like looks more finished. And then I widened this up a little bit so I can place that one last flower down, and then I moved the little block thing down there, or the little or the little stool that you can sit down on. So yeah, I came up here because I wanted to put the yellow flowers somewhere, and I was trying to pick up the gold flowers, and then that kind of gave me the idea for the yellow area up top by Sheldon's house. So I just threw these down, and I was like, okay, well, why don't we go grab the gold flowers, and we can do the idea that just like literally popped in my head as I picked up that gold flower. And I was gonna come down here just to place it down here at first. And I was like, well, we need to like make this a little bit different. I kind of accidentally took that out, but I just placed gold flower down here, and then I was like, well, this whole area needs to be flowered up. So I used my white flowers at first, and then on the other side of the waterway, I jumped across, of course, and I was using my black flowers, and like something was rubbing me wrong with these black flowers too. By the way, I just did not like them, so I changed into my black outfit, and I was like really looking at them as I was placing them. They're very gray toned. They're not necessarily a true black, but I was just placing them because I knew that this was going to be the black area. And I was like, well, I'll cross that bridge if I decide to get some new flowers later. They'll be all in place so nothing can grow back here for like the like weeds and stuff like that. I didn't want any weeds growing back here, so that's kind of why I did it to begin with. And then I ran through the yellow area and placed some yellow flowers as well. And of course, you know, I'll probably take out some of this stuff when I actually place the rest of the yellow area. But I was just placing them for now, so I didn't forget about it. But yeah, like literally no joke, picking up that one gold flower did give me the idea of what I wanted to do, but I was still leery about it because I wasn't entirely sure at this point. But this is pretty much the blue area done. And then the yellow area, there's going to be some more tweaks. So I just went into my blue outfit so I can like walk through the area a little bit for you guys, so you can get a feel for it with all those guys. And then I placed one more there. But yeah, going up to Sherb's house here, just stood in the gardens and stuff like that. And I was showing off the yellow area because I was pretty much done doing it for that particular day, but I didn't, I started recording later on, basically. So basically when I changed into my yellow outfit, I was like, okay, let's make it a new day. We can start over, blah, blah, blah. I wasn't sure how long this actually was gonna actually run. So that's kind of why I was like telling myself once I change my outfit, it'll be a new video. But it ended up not being that. So I was just trying to decide on what I wanted basically over there. And then, you know, like I said, inspiration did hit me when I was like grabbing some of the golden items. I kind of had an idea. It's like it might be interesting to have a golden area. And I was like really debating on that too. And I knew I wanted to make a golden wreath for Sheldon's house as well. And then I grabbed those sunflower hats I told you about earlier. And then I grabbed the strawberry hat too because I wanted to use this wheat field thing from this area. And then I put the strawberry thing there for now. I do switch that around so you can actually go into the pig pen later on. But for now, you can't. You'll see what I mean when we get to that point. So I move the strawberries inside more. And I do move this wheat a lot too. So this is where the sunflower hats come into play. I'm just trying to make room for them right now. And I was like, well, you're not going to be able to see them behind this wheat, but hopefully it'll look okay. I was just like kind of winging it at this point. And I was like, well, maybe if I move this over here, I can have this wheat stack on the corner or something. I don't know. I was just like playing around with how everything looked at this point. I was just trying to fill up the area basically, and I didn't want to get more vegetables, even though I should have basically. But I put one of these little guys in there. Of course, I put one of them on that side, and I end up ultimately moving that little guy later. But you'll see what I'm talking about when we cross that bridge again. But yeah, I just play around with this little area just a little bit to kind of like, you know, get the feel of how I wanted things. I'm just like really debating on how things should look. And that's how it ultimately ends up looking like, how I have it now with everything. Of course, not everything's fully grown, and of course, you know, I do change up here and there with some other stuff too. I think I'm not entirely sure. Like even right now, as we're like getting to the ending of like this particular area, I'm still moving things around. You know, I wanted it to be like you could see that guy. Okay, so now I'm moving on to the other area. When the inspiration hit with the golden flowers, it did. I was like, oh yeah, maybe I should just use the golden flowers. I never do. I just kind of hide them, and I was like, I'm gonna make them in the yellow area because it'll be perfect. So Sheldon's house. How do I describe Sheldon's house inside? I guess you're gonna have to wait to see it, but like Sheldon's house is interesting to say the least. Um, I didn't know what to do. His house was very much, I guess you'll see because like it gives me an idea to add some more stuff later on because of the fact of what I put in there, and I kind of wanted to bring the outside to the inside, if that makes any sense, which is what I kind of was trying to do with most of the houses. So, of course, you know, I came back through with all my little pretties just so that way they could fill up the area without anything growing there, like weeds and stuff like that. So this is the area that we're working with behind Sheldon's house. And basically what this area is going to be is a golden area. I'm going to use a lot of different golden items. I had to go to the Happy Home place just to get like one of the items that you have to use to actually craft one of the things. So So now I'm just grabbing items to actually craft with because there's a lot of stuff that I needed to actually craft for this golden idea. Of course, I needed more star fragments for the yellow area as well, but at this point, I didn't have any like Nova Lights and I didn't have room for them, so I had to go throw all my golden flowers over here really quick. So I just started placing them randomly. Also, I end up with so many of like the 5-star flowers. I honestly don't know how many more I'm gonna end up with, but I have not thrown any of them away. I have given one away, and I have not thrown any of them away. With the golden flowers, like obviously I'm just placing them everywhere. I was only gonna place them up top by Sheldon's house, but like there's too many of them to like just place in one area, and I was like, yeah, we need more area for these golden flowers because this is ridiculous. Like I had to throw them everywhere, and I was like trying not to like put them like too close together, if that makes any sense. I wanted to throw them where it seemed like it would be like, okay, there might be two there, you know what I mean. But I didn't want to like put too many in one area either. Up here was a little different because of the fact that this is the area that was going to be the golden area, and obviously I would have to move things around anyways, but I wanted to make sure that there was enough yellow flowers everywhere for this area. And I forgot I was in my crafting thing, so I was like, oh wait, I'm in it already. There we go. So I ran back all the way to where my crafting stuff is at and started crafting what I needed to craft. And I was like really debating if I wanted to use like some of the Zodiac stuff. I ultimately go against it because it's not golden enough. And I was like, well, let's make some of these guys, of course, the armor plate guys. So I made some of those guys. And then, of course, you know, made them gold. And then I wanted that vase, but I didn't have the actual vase. I was like, dang it. And for the chair, I was like, okay, I can make the chair, and I can make this thing, and so I was like, I gotta make that thing for sure. So I made that thing, the little fountain thing that makes it look really shiny, everything that's on top of it. I wasn't sure what I was going to throw on top of it quite yet. But I knew I wanted to make some candelabras. Or candlesticks. I already had a lucky cat that was gold. I put it in the shop area. Sorry, I need another drink. And of course I made some more glowing stuff because that can also become yellow. Because at this point, I don't think I had any Nova, could make any Nova lights, I wasn't sure. And then I made the wreath for Sheldon's house. So that way I could put it on there later. At this point, I think I have everything I need to decorate that area. But I had to run back really quick because I forgot something. I forgot to customize the golden, or the boulders and everything. Oh, by the way, at this point, it was lightning out. It was raining severely. And I wanted to pick up some of the stuff in the orange area because I wanted to have the variety, like I said earlier. I was just deciding on which ones I wanted to pick up and which ones wanted to stay. And for some reason I got Nook Miles for that, you know. So I had to throw all that stuff in there really quick so I could go work on that. But yeah, so now it's lightning everywhere. I always sit on that by accident. So now I'm actually starting to decorate this area. So I wanted it to be pretty, like, much like it was a grand sitting area, if that makes any sense. So of course, you know, right away I wanted to put my flowers around the trees, as I usually do. So that way it looks like, you know, someone living in the area. And then I just place these golden flowers in the middles areas, like how I just did. For the archway, I went with the balloon arch that we have, that we got from one of the years, that has the golden balloons and the white balloons. Of course, I had it turned around so you couldn't see the year. I don't even know if you can get that stuff anymore, but we still had it from when we first started playing Animal Crossing, so that's kind of why it's there. With the candlesticks, of course, I put them beside each area. And then I put the mossy stool back here. I didn't realize that it was the wrong mossy stool. Apparently, I didn't make that one yellow yet. It needed to be yellow. I took out some of the other flowers over here really quick because I was going to put the boulder here. And then put something on there. Probably a Novolite later. I don't know. I think I already had a boulder with Novolite in this area. I'm not entirely sure. If I do, I don't. And if I do, that's good, because there's supposed to be at least one with a Novolite on it in each area. And that just gave me an opportunity to, you know, place more stuff. I had to go get more things, because obviously I didn't have everything. Like fences. I had these yellow fences made that's from the wedding stuff. And I wanted to place them in places, obviously. So this is kind of like the blue fencing in a way that I did earlier, where I just kind of placed them randomly. I also wanted to get those flowers out of my inventory too. I was running around with them for a while. And this is when I went to the Happy Home developer to go get stuff. I just got my stuff off and went there really quick. Alright, and I'm just finishing up this area. I have my seat and I have my golden vase I'm going to put up in here, and of course I am going to finish this little spot with a pathway going over here. When I pushed the chair fully back, you couldn't see that mossy stool, so I didn't like that, so I will try to get that out of there. I was trying to figure out how to get back there, but I forgot I put, like, you know, a piece of rope there. So I like pick up something just to get back there, but I do remove it because there's no point in having it back there when you can't see it. And obviously before I fully decide where it's gonna go, I do place it on top of this like little thing, but I didn't like it there either because you couldn't really see it when it was on. You couldn't see that it was actually on. I guess you probably would be able to see it at night more, but when I'm planning on having the time period for this area, or for the whole island I should say, you won't see it on at all. So I eventually do place just like a simple like golden nugget on top of it. I should have put one of those little dudes on there, but I don't think I really had one that really screened this area, so that's kind of why I was trying to like avoid using them in this little spot, even though they're like everywhere else. This is just me putting in the path, so we're just slowing things down because we're getting towards the end of the video here very soon. Like I said before, if you join the Discord, you'll get stuff early. So like what I'll probably do is I will post the island's code sooner rather than later on there. So if you want to join the Discord, that will be in the description. But it's just my Discord, so be aware of that. Not, like I said before, it's not very active, but I do post a lot of stuff on there that I don't usually post on YouTube, so be aware of that. Like when I'm doing stuff, or if you guys want to join me in a game or something like that, I try to include people, but obviously since we're not really active group, not a lot of people do come for that. But it's obviously there for the people that do, so be aware of that. But yeah, today is just gonna be me finishing this up, and I hope that you liked the video so far. I enjoy this a lot, and I cannot wait for the next island because I'm already in the prep work for the newest island, like I said before. So I hope you all are enjoying the Animal Crossing stuff because I'm not gonna stop anytime soon. And I'm just gonna say my goodbyes now. So thanks guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye everybody!